Rose buds and petals are what we're going to be talking about today. Healing properties and magical properties. And a lot of people probably don't even associate roses with healing, but it's good in a tea. And here are the healing properties. Dried rose buds and petals are rich in volatile oils which interact with the limbic system to support emotional regulation, reduce stress, and promotes relaxation. They are traditionally used to alleviate anxiety, depression, and stress, and to foster a sense of inner peace and well-being. And they also are good for skin and soothing uses. Rose petals are valued for skincare and their gentle anti-inflammatory antioxidant properties. They can be used in gentle skin rinses, which this rose water is good for that type of stuff. Facial tonics or aromatic baths to soothe irritation and support skin comfort. Spiritual and symbolic uses. In spiritual traditions, rose buds and petals symbolize love, compassion, purity, and protection. They are used in love rituals, meditation, and purification ceremonies to attract positive energy and to protect against negativity. And their common practices are included in love sachets with dried buds to carry positive energy, bath rituals to cleanse and energize. You can do this or this. Meditation, or also put incense. You can use incense or potpourri, putting this, in a little bowl for calming and ambiance. Meditation or prayer to connect with the heart chakra and emotional balance. And preparation or use. For aromatherapy, add dried buds and petals to baths, diffusers, with your little diffuser, or for teas for calming effects. So, how to make a tea: you would steep in hot water for a soothing aromatic infusion. 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried rose petals or rose buds, 1 cup of water, bring that to a gentle boil and steep for 5 to 7 minutes. You can use honey, rock sugar, or lemon if you want, or cinnamon sticks to give it a little, added flavor to it. And 1 to 2 cups per day is what you would want to do. I wouldn't go over 2 cups a day at all. And rose water. Now you can make your own rose water, and I'll tell you how, but you can also just buy the rose water. For rose water, you would steep in hot water, strain, and store in a cool place. So 2 cups of rose petal, fresh or dried, or 1 cup of dried. So if you're using those, 1 cup. If you're using fresh out of your garden, 2 cups. If you're using fresh rose petals, okay. Let me see. If you have a rose bush, right, I just said all that. So then distilled water, you need 5 cups of distilled water. That's, your bottled water that you would get. Add your rose petals to a large saucepan and pour the distilled water over the top. So 1 to 2 cups, 1 cup of dried, 2 cups of fresh, 5 cups of water. Now, you don't have to have fresh and dried, but either or. And then boil. You place in the saucepan over high heat and bring the mixture to a boil. And then simmer. Once boiling, reduce the heat to low and simmer uncovered for 20 minutes. Steep. Turn off the heat. Allow the mixture to sit and steep for an hour. and then strain it into the liquid into a bottle and store it for later. So that would be how to make your rose water. Okay, now, safety precautions. Use only from unsprayed, pesticide-free sources to avoid contamination. The ones that we carry on these rose petals and buds, the scent is wonderful, and it comes from Egypt, but it's organic too. I always make sure on stuff like that people are making teas out of that it's going to be organic. And then possible allergic reactions. Test a small area before topical use. Consult a healthcare provider if pregnant, nursing, or on medication, and especially with concentrated extracts. Okay, now for the magical properties. Rosebuds and petals have been revered for thousands of years in spiritual, magical, and healing traditions, symbolizing love, protection, purity, new beginnings, and the magical and spiritual properties of that, love and passion, strongly linked to deities like Aphrodite, Venus, and the rose petals and buds are used in love magic to attract affection, strengthen bonds, and inspire compassion. Protection. Carry in a sachet or mojo bag. Now for love, of course, you use red, but protection, you use black. And then carry that. It's believed to ward off the negative energies, evil spirits, including the evil eye, the envious, jealous energies coming your way, and create a space of attraction and safety. The new beginnings. Rosebuds in particular symbolize the potential and fresh starts, making them ideal for new moon rituals, launching projects, or setting intentions. And then healing and calm. Petals are associated with emotional healing, soothing the heart, and calming the nervous system. Their scent is thought to regulate emotions and support the heart chakra work. Intuition and psychic work used in witchcraft for enhancing psychic abilities, dream work, and spiritual connection. For love spells, you would do placing the petals or buds under a pillow to invite, and I'd put them in either a red pouch or the cotton pouch like this for under your pillow, and to invite romantic dreams, or adding them to potions and charms for attraction. Bathing in aromatherapy, the rose-infused baths or rose water. So we got this. You can also, this is essential oil, the rose essential oil. You can put a little bit in your bath. I'd say maybe a capful for a bathtub full, if you wanted to go that route. And it can be used for emotional release, self-love, and cleansing. Dream work. Rose petals in meditation or before sleep can infuse dreams with tenderness and inspiration. And then burning the petals in incense or placing them in altars can symbolize cleansing and spiritual alignment. Thorns so if you've got a rose bush, or you have access to a rose bush, the thorns of the rose bush are used for banishing. And rose thorns are used in protective magic to repel negativity. So that is it for rose buds and petals. And next we will be talking about rose hips.